guys, thanks for joining me. Already in progress. As you can see, I have a huge mess going on. I just did a painting. I'm not really sure if I'm fond of it or not. I may or may not post it. I can't decide. So I have a little bit of base left. So let's do this. Black base, nothing more than Artist Loft. About a scoopful of my pouring medium and 25% floetrol, just to make it nice and creamy and smooth. Here we go. Hot pink. Let's try to pound some colors into this. Black base. A little bit of FX bronze. A little bit of sparkle. And this is FX. They call it a red. It's kind of a pretty pinky cranberry color. I really like it. I'm really liking these FX paints. I haven't bought a lot of them, but what I have bought are very nice. Purple. Bright fluorescent purple. These are all color shifts. They do have an entire line that are a satin finish, but the ones that I have bought are all color shift. And as you can see, they're very similar to the folk art. They just have funky names. That's a little bit of interference in the violet. And let's put a little more gold in here. So my cells are a cool color. This is Jaquard white satin enamel mixed with Amsterdam white. And this is black cell mix. And I'm going to throw a little bit more pink in here because I already know the gold metallic, when it runs over the black, just about disappears. So let's just put a little barrier line in there. All right, my friends, here we go. Let's blow this out and hope for the best. I'm just going to move it a tiny bit. I'm going to give it a quick torch. I forgot that part. Get rid of a few of these little bubbles. Okay, now let's blow it out, guys. Here we go. Okay, let's give this a second and let our center pop back up. Big bubble there. I think just from me blowing on it. I'm just going to give this a little bit of a wiggle here. It's because I got over enthusiastic about my blowing on it and I just about blew the piece right off the cradle board. Okay, we'll give this white satin enamel a couple of seconds to work its magic. I'll grab a cloth and we'll go from there. Trying to be very careful because, as usual, I'm painting in my work clothes, which is just so not good. And like everybody, I always tell myself I'm not going to get paint on me, but I do. Look at these cells, guys. Look at these Deco white satin cells. They're very cool. All right, I don't know how much we're going to modify, but we're going to try it. We're going to go for it with a fork. Our modification tool for tonight is going to be a fork. And I'm going to start here because I have a fair amount of contrast. And then we're going to go back in with our skewer and just take this apart a tiny bit just to add some interest, add a little bit of a design. All right, my friends, let's see what we can do with this. We're gonna stretch it out, move it around. It's definitely got some pretty pink. This is a 10 by 10 birch cradle panel. I like painting on these. I wish I could paint on them all the time, but they're quite costly. Sorry, itchy nose. I like the firm surface, especially if I resin pieces. And I think that's why I really like painting on tiles too, is because they have such a nice firm surface. And you know, sometimes with canvas, I have a hard time to get my edges perfectly, and I'm super picky with resin. I don't like any little divots or puckers, or I want it to be absolutely smooth. So these are perfect for me for painting on, but like I say, they can be a little bit costly. I don't want to lose too much, so let's add a tiny smidge of paint. I'm not worried about the edges of this. I do have it taped. I should have told you that before. I quite like the varnish look on the edges, so sometimes I just tape them off and then I varnish them. Yeah, these color shift are so pretty. Okay, I think we're gonna just stretch this side down a tiny wee bit. I don't want to lose all the cells. All right, my friends, that's it. We're gonna wrap that up and leave that just as is. I'm gonna turn off my overhead light and see if I can bring you down. There's a lot of glare right now. I don't know what that is, but that's gotta go. Some lumpy weird bump. Okay, turn off the overhead light. And now I'm going to bring you down. Hopefully you can see this. It's really, really hard with these interference paints, but that'll give you a super good idea of how pretty that's going to be when it dries. It gives you that ghosted look. It's not. And that's what my last piece did. It had this super ghosted look. We'll see. We'll see what happens dry. That's it, guys. That's as far as I'm going to go. I'm going to thank everybody for stopping in tonight. Thanks for painting with me. Thanks for commenting, reaching out. You guys are awesome. It's only paint. You've all got this. I've seen some pretty amazing pieces coming from you guys. All right, folks. Talk soon. Bye for now.